Hello, it's Erin again. This segment here is going to be for clitoris owners or vulva owners. And I'm going to talk a little bit about a few devices that are specific for clitoral stimulation. Now, when you're in sex therapy or sex coaching, usually the therapist or the coach will make sure that you are familiar with the anatomy, the female anatomy, the way that the clitoris, usually people think that it's just the little tiny bulb that is visible. It's the clitoris is more than that. The clitoris actually wraps around the walls of the vagina, and there are about 8,000 nerve endings in the clitoris. And so we have a number of devices that are very useful for clitoral stimulation. So this isn't just for pleasure. Of course, that's the main reason you would want to have some sort of clitoral stimulation, because most women have orgasms that way via clitoral stimulation. It's important for women to learn their own bodies so that they can communicate what they like and what they don't like to a partner. Okay. So one of the old fashioned go-tos would be the magic wand. It's pretty reliable. It's big and bulky, and you can get one that plugs in, or you can get one that has the USB. And of course, this one is not immersible. The newest device that has come out that is similar to that or comparable to the wand would be the WeVibe wand, and that's what this one is here. Okay, and you see how it has the handle up here at the top, so it's easier to grip. It's like a joystick kind of handle. And then, of course, it's got the soft silicone. It has what we call the smart silence sensing. Okay. And so when it's turned on, the device senses when you're touching it or when it's touching the skin. And so I don't know if you can see that or hear it. Okay. So when it touches your skin, then the device comes on. It is waterproof, and it does have the WeConnect. So if you're familiar with any of the other WeVibe products, you can download these apps on your phone, on your iPhone, and then someone else can control the device from elsewhere. It can be from another state, another city, another continent. And so it's one of the ones, the WeVibe products are the products that we actually do recommend for people who are in the military because they deploy and so forth. Okay, so another one of the toys that I wanted to talk to you about is called the Womanizer. It's the Womanizer Liberty. Okay, and this is the top here. Now, this one is also, again, it's for clitoral stimulation. It's waterproof. It has 6 speeds on it. And so it's on, and you can't even hear it, but it's on. And then it has here what we call the pleasure air technology, because it feels like air that's coming through here. And it kind of simulates what's occurring during oral sex. And so again, this one is a really good one. It's small. This can be in the bathtub with you or the shower with you. And it is called the Womanizer, Liberty Womanizer. Okay. The next one, and the last one that I'm going to talk about today, it's called the Veto Yumi. This is what it looks like. And this is what we call a finger vibe. So it goes between the fingers like this. And turn it on here. Now this one it's pretty intense, and you probably can't even hear it, but it's on and it's pretty intense. And and this is waterproof as well. One of the ways that I usually will kind of test to see what the intensity is going to be like is you can touch a device like on the tip of your nose, because the tip of your nose is very sensitive, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of what that's going to feel like against the clitoris. Because again, the clitoris has a lot of nerve endings. And so whatever you're touching your clitoris with, you're going to have a lot of sensation there. So I've mentioned three different ones, three different devices that are for clitoral stimulation. We've got this one here, which is the Vito Yumi, and this comes in a number of different colors. And then and then we have the WeVibe wand, like with the joystick handle, makes it a lot easier. And this one also does come with a couple of, adjustments or extensions that go with it, if you're into that. And then I mentioned again this one here, the Liberty. Now, when using any type of toy, we always recommend that you use lubricant. People usually don't think that they need lubricant, but it's a good idea to use lubricant. And because these devices are silicone, it's not a good idea to use a silicone lubricant unless you're going to clean the device immediately after use. Or you can put a condom on over the top of the device, if you're going to use any kind of silicone lubricant. You can also use a water-based lubricant, and then you're not going to damage the silicone. So if anybody has any questions about any of these, you can email me. My name is Erin, and the email address is Erin, ERIN, at brighterfutureea.com, or you can contact the Sexology Institute, and they will also be able to educate you in a little bit more detail. They also have several workshops that they do, and some of them do feature the devices. So again, if you have any questions, just let me know.